Hello, my name is Stella Hewer. I'm from EdUnique. I am the Stress Whisperer. If you enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe to it, to the channel, and to share it with your friends. Today I want to talk about hitting the brick wall. Let me explain. We all know what to do for our physical health, but the problem is with our mental health. We just assume or we deny that everything's fine, as if our head is separate from our body. We're all one system. And just like something can go wrong with our body, something can also go wrong in our brain as far as mood disorders or neurological or chemical disorders. We're all part of the same body. But somehow we seem to think that if we have something wrong in the field of our mental health, we think it's a symbol that we're going mad. It's not going mad. We can have mood disorders, or we can go the line of burnout, where we just burn ourselves out. The problem is, most of us wait for a crisis before we do anything. I've seen that in my life. I had to hit a major crisis before I was I was forced to stop. And I saw it in a very good friend of mine years ago. That was my first real experience of someone hitting a brick wall. And she hit a major brick wall. And she was in and out of clinics for mental health. She even had to go for, electrical, I'm sorry, I can't think of the word right now. But she had to go for shock therapy. And she says that there are 2 years of her life that she cannot remember. She cannot remember them. They were a write-off. I must tell you, the good news is that today she's functioning well. But the problem is she hit a brick wall before she was able to take the necessary steps. I also had to hit a brick wall. I knew I was in trouble, and it all started in about 2015. Well, it didn't start then because it's something that builds up for years. But I hit the brick wall in 2015. What does it feel like to hit a brick wall? I reached a stage of complete exhaustion. My heart felt exhausted. I struggled. I felt overwhelmed by little things. I found it very difficult to make decisions. One goes into brain fog. And especially when anxiety and depression are high, our logic goes down because the emotions crowded out. So making decisions became very, very difficult. And I tried to slow down, but it was not sufficient. I tried, and one day it reached a complete head. I was training. I was away from home in a bed and breakfast, and I realized I have hit the brick wall. I cannot carry on. I managed to finish that training without them realizing there was a problem, but I knew when I got home, this was the end of me pushing myself. I could not make decisions. I was worried about my driving. I couldn't concentrate properly. I went into a shop, couldn't remember what I was going in there for. I couldn't open a latch on a window in the bed and breakfast. It was a different kind of a latch, but I'm sure in normal circumstances, most of us will find out and fathom how to unlock the window. I couldn't do it. I had to get help. I'd leave my keys somewhere. I'd get to the car, forgotten my suitcase. I just realized I'd had enough. I hit a brick wall. And the feeling for me, I'm sure it's different for other people, but for me, I felt like I was on the edge of a cliff and I was going to go over. I don't know what would happen if I went over, but it just felt like psychologically I was at the edge of a cliff. And I had to pull back. And I had to take care of myself. But it took me 3 years to successfully come out the other end and to function properly again. So I did pay a huge price for it. It's part of my journey of life. But the sad thing is that very often I can see where people are heading for trouble. I could see when my friend was heading for trouble, but I couldn't stop her. She says she could see when I was heading for trouble. and she couldn't stop me. We go for help when we're ready. Unfortunately, we sometimes have to hit the brick wall, and it's often at a huge cost to ourselves. So my message is today is just to show how important it is to look after our mental health and try to fix things before they reach monumental proportions that can be truly catastrophic. So my message to you is, what is your mental health like? Are you struggling? Are you denying? Are you waiting to hit the brick wall? Because it's very much like an alcoholic. You cannot help an alcoholic until they've had enough. They have to have had enough pain to have reached the bottom before they're willing to put out their hand and say, I need help. And so we too have to look at, have we had enough pain? Are we willing to put our hand out? If you're wanting to look at your stress levels, I'm here. I'm the Stress Whisperer. I work from an education perspective. I'd love to hear from you. The first call is completely free of charge to see how I can help you and if you'd like to work with me. So please feel free. And I hope if you like this, that you will subscribe to the YouTube channel that I've created full of mental health resources. And I hope that you'll also share this with your friends. Have an awesome day, and I'll be back. Bye-bye.